Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fro Show. My name is Frank Naked and I'm joined, as always, by my beautiful co-host, Joe Murray.
Hey.
Welcome back!
Thank you. It's good to be back.
Hey, guess what?
What?
For the first time ever, I've convinced Joe to not make me wear shoes on the show.
Not convinced. You just told me.
Merry Christmas!
What? Oh yeah, it is October when this is
No,
released.
it's November when this is
November,
released.
sorry.
It'll be November 2nd.
Yes, it's
Second.
okay, I guess.
It's almost Christmas, guys. I'm wearing my candy cane socks. I'm excited.
Next week maybe I'll wear my candy cane socks.
I reckon
They
you should
got
do it.
bells on them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We didn't press record. Let's go again! I'm gonna leave all of this in and just use the camera audio.
And then what have the songs? I'll have to do it again.
Yeah, this will be
the intro again. Just go. Just hit the button. Just do it. Oh my word.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pro Show. My name is Frank Naked and I'm joined as always by my beautiful co-host Joe Murray.
I thought you hit record.
I thought I hit record too. We got probably a solid minute and a half in, and I looked over and the record button was still green. I was like, oh, I wonder how long that intro was, and then there was no timer, and I went, oh no. Okay, to recap, I'm not wearing shoes. It's almost Christmas.
It's November 2nd. Welcome.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
How long have we been doing this for and we forgot to hit the record button?
Okay, to be fair, that is the first time that's ever happened.
That is true, yeah.
And I think that is a pretty solid track record.
Yeah. I guess. 33 episodes and...
I feel dumb now. I feel
Yeah.
stupid. I just got excited and I didn't. I thought, well, because normally you hit the record button way earlier, so I can usually rely. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
We were sitting here talking and I was like, oh yeah, this is recording. This is good soundcheck shenanigans content. And then it wasn't recording.
It wasn't recording and we have no soundcheck shenanigans. The last soundcheck shenanigans was so funny.
Yeah?
I was pissing myself. It was great.
It was a good one.
Patreon.com/The Fro Show. Go
Check it
go
out.
listen. It's actually really funny. And that's not just me talking out of my booty. It's good.
The thing was, you just gave me too much stuff.
Yeah, I didn't realize how dumb I am. I was showing it to my friend the other day, and she was like, "Why are you never like this around me?" And I was like, "Well, because I'm getting hyped up for the show.
Yeah.
So I'm like 95% dumber."
It was so good though.
Anyway.
All the singing.
Oh, it's
man.
so good. It's so good. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into the actual episode.
Yeah, let's do it.
Today's a weird one. We have some weird stuff to talk about. Anyway, this first one's not that weird. This first one is all about procrastinating and actually doing stuff when you should.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt D'Avella released a video this week. Not this week, like 3 weeks ago. I just watched it this morning. All about overcoming procrastination and becoming better at actually getting work done.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really interesting because it was the whole thing of like, basically there's I'm going to say it's super dumb because I'm super dumb. So the general gist of it was that you've got to get into a flow state. And that's basically where the task is difficult enough that you're intrigued by it, but not too difficult not too difficult that it's overwhelming and not too easy that you're bored.
Right.
So it's finding that healthy middle. And as you progress in your craft and what you're doing, your healthy middle is going to shift more and more up as you move along.
Yeah.
And what they were saying was that like for a lot of people, one task might seem super overwhelming. So it split that into 7 tasks.
Right.
Or if that one task sounds too easy, add more tasks after it. So the way that Matt D'Avella was describing it in his video was when he was procrastinating, I hate that word, on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And he was saying that like for him, because he's been doing it for what, like 12 years, making a video is not a difficult process.
Yeah.
So he had to make a YouTube video and then a bunch of tasks after it. So make a video, update website, post on Instagram, edit my LinkedIn, like check email, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then immediately that brings a sense of urgency to the first task, because now
'Cause now you got to get through all the others.
exactly. Now
That's
you
cool.
have to get that done before you move on to the other ones.
Yeah.
And then the opposite end of that was if the simple task of, well, not simple, but in comparison, if the task of make a YouTube video seems too difficult and daunting,
Yeah.
he was like, just change it to all the individual steps. So
Ah.
script the video, record voiceover for the video, film B-roll, film A-roll, edit video,
Right.
make thumbnail, like just put it all out into steps.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really interesting, was that like it's going to change for every single person
Yeah.
what that is, like what that specifically is, that flow state.
Yeah.
And that like healthy middle of it being difficult. And I can't remember the guy's name, but there was a professor, and he was saying that what you want is to be pushing yourself hard enough that you're stretching, but that you won't snap.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Which was very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
I struggle with that a lot, particularly with now doing YouTube videos. And every now and then I get to one where it's like, well, with my last video, for example, a lot of stuff went wrong in it.
The last one that you uploaded?
No, the last one that I filmed.
Right.
So it's going to be uploaded by the time this comes out.
Right.
And yeah, a lot of stuff went wrong in it, and now it's kind of daunting to find the best bits in the edit and still put it together and make it, okay to watch, or
Yeah.
So now I've been putting that off for a few days because I got like halfway through the edit, and then it was a bit like, daunting, and I just had to put it away.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I got to break it down then.
Yeah. How do you think you could break that down?
Maybe start off like, probably rather than just tackling it all in one go and sitting down and be like, I am going to finish this video, just do sections, or maybe bring clips down that I shot and edit the bad parts out from the good parts.
Yeah.
And like, I'll do one clip and then leave it for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll do another task, come back and then do another clip.
Yeah.
Until I get it done, maybe.
Yeah. The way that I've found works best for me is to, and I'm very much like, I can only be focused on one thing, but when I'm focused on that thing, that's it.
Yeah.
So for me, what works is smashing out the rough cut,
Oh, yeah.
stepping away, and then finishing the final at another time. So like for my last video for the film versus, actually there'll be another last video by the time this is out, but
Yeah.
as of recording, my last video is film versus digital.
Yeah.
And for that one, I had all the footage, but hadn't developed any of the film yet, so I actually didn't know what any of the final photos looked like.
Right.
So I did the rough cut
Up to
that point,
Yeah.
but also up to that point with the anticipation of me not knowing what those photos are even going to look like. So that kind of helped a lot in the edit as well, because I was like, oh, well, if I was, I don't know what these photos are going to look like, so I'm genuinely excited to see these as well.
Yeah.
So that really helped me with figuring out the pacing of it, being like, is this taking too long to get to this point? Like, would I be frustrated?
Yeah.
Because am I frustrated that I haven't seen the pictures yet?
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I think finding a way to split up tasks or add tasks is good. I think that's a very good way to think about it. And I really like that use of the like flow state.
Yeah.
Finding that flow state. I like it a lot.
Finding that middle ground where you just...
Yeah.
Because it's cool when you find that.
Yeah.
You'll spend like 4 hours just grinding it and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I just did all that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then also stepping back and having a video that or something that you're really, really proud of. Like for me in my last video, that was my intro. Like that was a top-down shot is something I've never done before, and especially not in that style of like very quick cutting.
Yeah.
And even then I look back on it and I'm like, oh, I probably could have sped that up even slightly.
Yeah.
There's all that sort of stuff where you're stretching yourself but not snapping. But yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I like how you talked about the, putting more tasks in for mundane sort of things.
Yeah.
Or like a specific thing for me is, just mixing a song, from 12 months ago, I would break it down into, rough levels, then EQ, then and you break it down like that. But now it's more like, mix and then master.
Yeah, now you've just got your blanket.
Yeah.
And that's also an experience thing, I think.
Yeah. And, you can see that the difference for now I need to, maybe if I don't want to do a 1 hour mix, maybe I need to add steps after that. Post about it or update my website. Upload it, yeah. Create a SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Or put more stuff on my SoundCloud. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like it a lot. I really wanted to share that little whoop.
Yeah, that little helpful thing. Yeah. It was good.
Thank you. You can thank Matt Diavella for that.
Yes.
He would be someone. He's one of the people on my list of people that I really want to talk to at some point in life.
Yeah.
Like just have, even if it's like a 10-minute conversation, I would love to have a conversation with Matt Diavella.
Yeah, that's cool.
Actually, you did the Colin and Samir filmmaking course, didn't you?
I did.
So did you read the booklet as well, right?
No.
No. Okay. So in the booklet, they tell a story about the time that they met Casey Neistat.
Oh yeah.
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 And it was super interesting because they were saying like they met Casey Neistat and they'd like had this image of him in their head because of his videos, and the way that Casey Neistat edits his videos, you're so drawn into his life that you forget that you don't actually know him.
True.
And so their thing was that when they met Casey Neistat, they felt like they had to fill him in on their side of the story.
Right.
Because they knew everything about him, but they were like, I made a film and I went to film school and I did this and we did that and we have a YouTube channel and that sort of thing. And they were talking about how much they regret that interaction. Yeah. Because, all that Casey was like, that's good for you guys. Bye. Yeah. And it's like, that's that opportunity wasted, whereas you should have really gone into that with like a question or something interesting, or even I love the stuff that you make, like it's inspiring, that sort of stuff. Yeah. But I thought that was a really interesting little segment because
that is interesting.
You do forget that, and I've met, not to like toot, but I've met quite a lot of famous people, and I learnt very quickly that that's you don't talk about yourself. Yeah. You don't really talk about them either. You just have a conversation with them. Yeah. I have I told you my story about the time that I met Millie Bobby Brown?
No.
Okay.
You met Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah.
What?
It's a very okay. So this is not on the run sheet at all, but I will tell this story, and I'm excited because my dad listens to this podcast and he was there with me, and he finds this story just as funny as I do. Yeah.
Wait.
So
the EOS R screen's gone black.
Oh, is it not recording?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't normally go black.
Do you want to go press the record button and see? Otherwise, you won't have a close up. Hello? It is now. All right, cool. Well, now you have a close up. Sorry, that's my bad. I should have checked it.
Just one of those mornings.
Just one of those mornings. Anyway. Yeah, so we were at actually, I can say what convention because it's all over Australia. We're at Supernova, which is like Australian Comic Con for people that don't know. Yeah. Even though Australia has a Comic Con, but Australia Comic Con sucks. Anyway, not the point. So me and my dad went to Supernova, and we were waiting in line to meet Stan Lee. Rest in peace. Love you, man. Yeah. Waiting in line to meet Stan Lee, and it was like an 8-hour line. So took forever. And I was exhausted. Yeah. I was so tired from waiting in this line. And a friend of ours, actually, who we both know, I won't say her name, but little person, also an actress, looks a little bit like Millie Bobby Brown. Yep. She had told, and we've worked with her before. She told me that she was going to be at Supernova, and so I was kind of, you know how you do, you like keep an eye out for people that say that they're going places that you're going. And so the way that they'd done this line was they'd put it into blocks. So you had a block, and then they would move one line across the floor to the next block when that had cleared. Right. So there were like different clumps in different sections of the floor. Yeah. Based on how close you were in line. Yeah. And I was in the front row of one of these clumps, facing the convention floor. And I was just like looking at my phone. And my dad taps me on the shoulder, and I look up and I see this person walking like past / towards me.
Yeah.
And I just like start, because my brain goes, oh, that's
This person.
this person.
Yeah.
We'll call her Jenny. I think
Jenny,
that'll be
okay.
easy. I was like, oh, it's Jenny.
Jenny.
Awesome. And so I just start talking to Jenny, and I was like, oh, what's up? Like, how's it going? Are you having fun? Like, and Jenny, our friend Jenny, was working on a film at that time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, how's the film going? And like, just all that
way.
stuff. Just
No
having this
way.
conversation with her, and I was like, pretty clocked out. And so, and then she goes, oh, I have to go. And I was like, that's all right. See you. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. And she walks away. My dad goes, oh, that was a nice chat with Millie Bobby Brown. I was like, sorry? That was Jenny. And I was like, no. So I didn't recognize Millie Bobby Brown because she had grown her hair out. This was like in between season 1 and 2 of Stranger Things.
Wow.
So she had grown her hair out, and I didn't recognize her.
Jeez.
Anyway, long story short, went and met Stanley, which was lovely.
Yeah.
And then went and bought a signature thing for Millie Bobby Brown, and went up to her and was like, I am so sorry. I thought you were my friend Jenny. Jenny.
What did she say to that?
They thought it was fun. Her parents were there. They thought it was really funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
But yeah. So, I like to think that was a little bit refreshing for her
Yeah.
to just have a normal interaction for once.
Yeah.
But I did think it was a little bit weird when she left and then walked into the backstage area.
Yeah, you're like, Jenny, where are you going?
But yeah, so that was my that was the time I met Millie Bobby Brown.
That is
So
amazing.
that's one of my favorite like celebrity encounters. That and Stan Lee are my favorites.
Yeah.
My weirdest one was meeting Jason Momoa.
Oh.
Because I just like it's so strange. He's a very strange man, like in real life.
Yeah.
Because I just walked up to him, and he just speaks in grunts, like exactly like you would imagine. Like I walked up to him and I was like, I think I had a Game of Thrones one. Like I had his character from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I went up to him. I was like, oh, I loved you in Game of Thrones. I'm so excited for the new Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
That was before it came out. And we all learned it sucked. I was like, I'm so
Yeah.
excited for the Aquaman movie. Blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. Exactly like you would expect. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, hi, I'm Frank. Oh, cool. Have a good one. Aloha.
Oh my word. That's amazing.
So good. So good. I'm trying to think of if I have any other ones. RJ Mitt was great. RJ Mitt played Walter's son in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
He has cerebral palsy in real life and in
Yes.
Breaking Bad.
yeah.
And I met him I had met him also at Supernova, and he didn't really have a line because it was like well past Breaking Bad phase. So there was really not that many people there. So I literally just went up in the line, and just chatted with him for like 20, 30 minutes,
That's so cool.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. There are a couple other people that I met. There's a couple that I like didn't really love, and I don't really want to name and shame celebrities.
Yeah.
But there are a couple where I was like, I mean, you could have put in a
cooler.
little effort. The first celebrity that I ever met was Dominic Monaghan.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you know him, but
I
he
don't know.
was one of the hobbits in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Not Frodo or Sam. He was Pippin, I think. But I didn't know him from that. I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings then. I knew him from Lost, the show.
Oh, yep.
And so it was really funny because I was like this. I was probably 11 or 12. And there was all these Lord of the Rings fans like in this line with like their swords and their like elf ears. And I like rock up to the front of this line and I'm like holding my Lost picture. And I was like, I loved you in Lost. And he was so excited. Like,
that's so
like
cool.
you could tell that he was like, oh, I really liked that role. But yeah. Anyway.
That's
do,
really
do we
cool.
want to move on to the news? I can talk about this all day.
Yeah.
So,
We
all
should
right.
probably move on. I
Yeah.
love that Millie Bobby Brown story.
Oh yeah, Jenny.
Jenny.
Just
That is so good.
It makes me think of Forrest
Did you
Gump.
call Millie Bobby Brown Jenny?
No, I
the
never.
actual-
I never.
You
no.
didn't say.
No, because you don't really do that. Like if I saw you, I wouldn't. Actually, I would be like
I-
Joe.
Yeah, that's what
But-
I do.
I've never done that. I don't do that with people I kind of know. Like I kind of
Okay.
just go, hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, news.
So bad.
That is bad.
Let's
Welcome
not
to
talk
Fro
about that.
News, your entertainment news weekly.
Oh, I'm first.
Yeah, you're starting this week.
So, Netflix has acquired the worldwide rights for the John Washington film Born to Be Murdered, which is set to release in 2021. The film is based in Athens, where a vacationing couple fall trapped to a violent conspiracy with tragic consequences.
Oh, wow. Jared Leto will play his version of the Joker, who first appeared in 2016's Suicide Squad again in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Leto will be part of the Snyder Cut reshoots for the planned 4-episode event for HBO Max.
James Bond film No Time to Die have put a $600 million price tag on the film when both Apple and Netflix streaming services offered for the film.
Whoa.
Yeah. The film has been delayed a full 12 months since its originally pitched date, and MGM, which is the studio behind the film, have lost between $30 and $50 million due to the delays.
Wow.
Despite the generous offers, though, they want to preserve the theatrical release.
Yeah.
And they put that price tag on it, and Netflix was like, nah.
Tim Burton is negotiating to executive produce and possibly direct all episodes of this new take on the Addams Family. So they're redoing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Taylor Swift's Folklore album has topped the album charts once again this week for the 8th non-consecutive week. She's been able to retake the spot after selling signed copies of her album.
Ah, right.
Stinky.
Oscar Isaac is in negotiations to star as Moon Knight in the Marvel and Disney Plus series based on the comic book hero. So that should be cool.
Yeah, that
Excited
would
for
be cool. Yeah. Travis Scott and PlayStation have announced a creative collab ahead of the PS5 launch. So
Nice.
interesting to see what will come out there.
All right. Last one.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Netflix will be developing an Assassin's Creed live-action series.
Ooh.
Ubisoft's Jason Altman and Daniel Kranick will serve as executive producers for the show. So hopefully that's good and much better than the Assassin's Creed movie that we got.
Yes.
All right. That was the news. See you next week. All right, so this is the part where this episode gets weird. So, in Australia and in the UK, we have this charity. We have this charity event called Movember, and currently it is the 29th. It is the 29th of October.
Yes.
So not November yet, but the point of Movember is you can do a couple things, but basically it's to raise money for testicular, prostate, and another form of cancer, as well as mental health and suicide awareness in men. And so there's two things that you can do. You can either walk a set amount, or you can grow a mo.
Yeah.
So I have elected to grow a mo, and as you can see, I'm a little bit
hairy around
beardy today.
The mo.
So I am going to be shaving the mo in live recorded on the podcast.
Yep.
Today. So
if you're listening, jump onto the YouTube.
Go to the YouTube.
The Fro Show
I'm going to get my
YouTube.
phone as a mirror. And I'm going to shave into a bowl and move my microphone as far away as I can. So,
Yes.
Joe, you're going to have to...
Do we have another mirror or something?
Why?
I don't know. Just something that'd be easier for you.
Nah,
Do you
I'll
want
be-
to grab
I'll be
your
sweet.
iPad?
Nah, she'll be right.
Okay. Do you need me to hold that?
No, I'm going to move my mic out of the way so
Okay.
that I can't
Alright.
get hair in it.
What am I going to do? then?
I don't know.
Just
You
gonna hang
can
out.
fill in. You can talk. Talk about
talk.
whatever you want while I shave.
I don't know. I don't know what to talk about.
Hold on, I'm gonna do ASMR. Ready?
This normal show is turning very quickly into the Patreon show.
Yes. If you want more of this
Actually, it is.
content, go to patreon.com/thefro show. I'm gonna start shaving now.
Okay. Have fun. How much money have you raised so far, Frank?
I've raised $150.
Nice.
So I'll put the donation link in. Also, Check
Yep.
that out.
Zoom on that.
I'll put the donation link in the description of this episode if you'd like to give money.
Yeah.
I'd really appreciate it if you did.
Yes. I think you missed half of that. Lean forward more. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This is a very strange part of the episode. I'm sorry to anyone who's new to this.
Yeah, if this is your first episode, I'm so sorry.
Go listen to last week's episode. That was a really good one.
Yeah, talk
And you-
last week's episode.
What did we talk about in last week's episode? What was last week?
Gary V.
Oh, Gary V. Man. Well, like the social media stuff with that, that's what our biggest take from that was, I think. And it's honestly been really tough trying to keep up with posting that much. How you going? Do we need to like pause the show and vacuum?
No, I've got this. Don't worry about it. Keep talking about Gary V.
Yeah, but Frank's been killing the 15 posts a day. He's got a little sticky note wall over there of the days that he gets 15 done, and he keeps a tally. But I guess when you think of 15 posts a day, it's really daunting. But what we've been doing a lot is you tweet, well, you can tweet pretty much 5-6 times a day easily, and then you can share a couple of tweets on Instagram, and then what else? I like it. And then YouTube video, and I don't know, a post, a couple of other stories, just what you do in the day, and you'll get 15 pretty easy. You right there?
Yep.
Is it a bit patchy?
I think it's pretty okay.
That's not too bad, yeah.
I think I've
It's
done well.
a bit down in here.
Did I
But
miss a bit?
yeah, you can fix it after the show.
I'll
Then.
fix it after the show. So this is my mo, or at least the start of it. It's only going to get worse over the coming weeks.
Yes,
I'm all
all hairy.
covered in hair.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's all over your shirt too.
Thank you. I might change it when the cameras die.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so what were you talking about?
I
Actually,
was-
I'll finish my plug here, and
Yeah.
then we'll keep talking about that. So yeah, this is my mo. It's going to keep growing over the coming weeks. I'll keep it updated on the show. And go donate at the link in my description, or in the description. Sorry, not my description. It's our description.
Our description.
I'm so used to my channel now.
No.
Yeah, our description. Go click the link in our description on our video on our channel, and donate to me.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I'll appreciate it. Mwah.
No. Yeah, it looks good.
Thank you.
I like it. You just got to keep growing it. Hey,
Yeah.
no trimming.
No trimming.
Just
Keep.
I
Well,
like it.
I'll probably trim the lips once it gets gross.
Oh yeah.
Like if it's in my mouth,
No,
I'm
you
gonna
got
trim
to
it.
keep it like long.
Just leave it
Those
so I
really
can
long, like-
twirl it.
Yeah, those really long bushy ones.
Yuck.
You
Yuck.
just like
Yeah, I just had like a
Just had a
visceral
moment.
reaction to that. Yeah, 100%. Sorry, what were you talking about?
I was talking about social media and posting.
Right. Yeah, my sticky note wall.
Yeah, and pumping out 15 a day.
It's pretty sick, right?
Yeah,
I love it.
it's so good.
It's and then what? Oh, you were talking about like being
how
able to
you can
use
do it.
Twitter and all
Yeah.
that stuff and reposting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you been going? What's your average become?
I'm probably like averaging maybe 5 a day, but going from like 5 a month to 5 a day is a big step for me.
Yes.
So I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice.
Yeah, mostly I tweet probably 3 or 4 times a day, and then share a tweet, do another video, like a story on what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and then a post.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've gone from like 5 a day, give or take, to 15.
Yeah.
So pretty much very similar to the change you've made,
Mm.
but just different metrics.
Yeah.
But that's basically what I've been doing. I try to do one post a day, and then I share that post on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I post on Twitter a lot,
Yeah, you do.
like a lot. So follow me on Twitter at the Frank Minkin.
Yeah.
And then I share those tweets on Instagram, and I also do a lot of like individual stuff on Instagram too,
Yeah.
which is also pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. It's not as difficult as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
It's just you got to kind of always be switched on to a certain extent.
You do.
Like there's a lot of stuff that I did last week where I was like, oh, I got my delivery for my film, and I was like, oh, I've got to film this.
Yeah.
Boom, continuity error.
Continuity. What is continuity?
We don't need it. We don't need her. I just saw my mo in the mirror.
How good?
I look like a train conductor.
You do a little bit.
Toot toot. What were we talking about?
love
Social
it.
media?
Social media, yeah.
All right, go on then.
I honestly don't know where we left off.
Me neither.
So, where's my iPad here? You and I spoke about last week.
Sure.
Youngblood and his new signing
Oh, yes.
and his new music that is coming out,
Yes, we did.
and
Makes me sad.
and how it's not.
Is this you baiting me into ranting about it?
No, I don't want you to rant.
Okay.
I just want to talk about it. And how some of his music is very different to what he used to sound like. You seem very sad at that.
It does make me sad. I loved Youngblood, and his new album just makes me upset.
Is the new album out yet?
No,
it's
but the
just
singles from the album have, and if he thinks those are the best songs from his album that he's releasing as singles, then
Yeah, it's very different to what his old
Sound was.
used to be.
Yeah.
And something I didn't know that I found out this week is if the label changes his sound, and it's not in like his contract that they can't, like specifically that they can't change his sound, if they change it, and he makes less money or like just doesn't do well from that point, the label is not liable for that.
really,
It's on the artist.
really,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So even if the label changes his sound, and they're allowed to as per the contract, they don't.
They have no liability as to whether
As to-
sales drop or anything like that.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that sucks,
Yeah.
man.
But the point of a label is to distribute it better
Yeah,
than it was.
which I get, but also don't change the sound.
Yeah.
I don't get. From an outside perspective, I understand why a label would change someone's sound.
Yeah.
Like, I get that there's times where that is necessary for an artist and that's better for sales and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But for an artist like Youngblood, where their sound is, 90s pop punk with a lot of anarchist undertones and like
Yeah.
government bad stuff,
Yeah.
to then release a love song pop ballad.
Yeah. Kind of pop rock. Kind of.
Yeah, like you're moving into 5 Sauce territory.
Yeah.
Like Strawberry Lipstick was good. Cotton Candy
Candy
is
is very-
not.
Yeah.
Or it's still good.
But it's not him.
It's not him.
No.
It's like Harry Styles now.
Yeah.
Same thing
And
with Harry
he's not
Styles.
Harry Styles.
I love Harry Styles' EP. I don't love his new album.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't like Fine Line. It makes me. I was really, 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 really hoping that Harry Styles was gonna go the like, psychedelic rock route
Oh yeah.
or like, soul rock, like that vibe, and
Yeah.
he's just gone
Pop.
pop. Which
I suppose that still makes the most money.
oh,
That's the thing.
absolutely, but have some integrity.
Well, he might think it sounds good.
He probably does. I still love Harry Styles. That's not like what I'm saying. I still think he's great. I just think that his new album is lacking what his EP had.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've got a little. Well, there's a few bands that actually changed their sound and then got bigger from it.
Yes.
But I'm sure that there's people that were like us
Yeah.
at that time, like don't change it.
Yeah.
Like Panic.
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to be very Green Day,
Yeah.
and now now
Pop.
he's very pop
Yeah.
or pop. Yeah, rock.
No.
Well,
Pop. Pop rock.
He's supposed to be pop rock, but it's not.
It's pop.
Yeah.
His
And-
again though, Death of a Bachelor? No. Yes.
Yes.
That was his last one. Death of a Bachelor got really bad reviews in comparison to his other albums.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, his latest one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like it got played
The
a lot.
one that went like viral.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it got really bad reviews because everyone was like, "Bro,
It's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, even Maroon 5, they used to be like funk.
Yeah, and
It
now
was-
they're pop.
Yeah. And now they're big.
Mm.
Then they played at the Super Bowl. And
Who
we won't
are
talk
these
about
all
that.
just people that are going to have shifted to pop? Is this
Pretty
this
much.
whole list?
Well, Taylor Swift,
Pop.
country to pop.
Yeah.
And then this one's not really, and I don't know if you would have expected this, but the Bee Gees.
The Biggies.
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 They actually had a quite a big change. They were doing like folk pop kind of stuff, and then they went to disco, and
Yeah.
they released that.
But that's the pop of the 80s.
yeah,
or 70s?
That's true.
70s.
That is true. 'Cause folk
70s?
wasn't-
Disco was 70s, right?
70s,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Just makes me sad, man. Like,
They all changed to pop.
well, yeah, like, do what... It just makes me sad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just do what you enjoy. Don't do what makes money, because if you do what you enjoy, people are going to come, you know?
Yeah. Well, a lot of artists, they enjoy making money. So
Yeah, I
That's
guess
the
that's
thing.
true. There are a lot of small artists that I love because they're still very small.
yeah.
Like, one of the bands that I love is a band called Fleece.
Oh yeah.
And they are big enough that they are making money and touring, but not big enough that they have a label or that they're being influenced or anything like that. But they're like folk, rock, abstract,
Right.
weird.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. It's fun music. Like bands like that I really like.
Yeah.
But yeah. Label bad.
Label bad.
Label bad.
You reckon?
Yes.
But label make artists bigger.
Label also suck.
Yeah. They kind of do. But they do make artists bigger.
They do. They absolutely do make artists bigger, but I think it comes at a cost. It's just a trade-off. Like, do you want to be just a little famous and have good music, or do you want to be mega famous and
have
have
bad
terrible
music?
music that
Well,
people only listen to because it gets played on the radio because it's a safe choice for the radio host?
True.
Because realistically,
How many people actually like pop?
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Mm.
I honestly think that the reason that most of those songs become big, and okay, I shouldn't have said radio because radio really isn't a thing anymore, but
Yeah.
Spotify playlists that are playing in stores, I think that things like that
Yeah.
account for a very large amount of streams.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you're going for the safe choices,
Mm.
which would be pop, which would be,
Then
Taylor
you-
Swift's new album, Harry Styles' new album.
Then you'll get on those playlists.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I really do think that it's kind of it's the radio effect, but in streaming form.
So now Spotify's dominating what music sounds like.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Interesting.
Yeah. Not fun, though.
No.
Kind of do be sucking.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll just listen to my little indie artists and
Until they get big, and then
until they get big, and then I'll ditch them and find new ones.
I've got.
I don't believe in brand loyalty. That's a lie. I do believe in
You
brand
do.
loyalty. Like, really, I have all Canon gear.
Yeah.
Like, I have one non-Canon lens,
And everything else is Rode.
and I'm actually such a sucker for brand loyalty. Like,
Yeah.
it's bad. Like, wait, let me think. I have all Canon cameras. I have all Rode
Except that one.
mic equipment. Yeah, but that's that's because I can't afford a Canon cinema camera. I have NVIDIA GPUs. I've never had another one.
Mm.
What else? I'm sure there's more. Oh, I only have Google devices.
Oh yeah.
I don't have anything Apple or Alexa or anything like that. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Someone's...
I use a Mac.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty bad with brand loyalty when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Same with, like, photographers and stuff. Yeah, I'm really bad with that.
I don't do brand loyalty too, actually.
Actually,
I'm terrible at it.
I do brand loyalty. I'm not really loyal to musicians to a certain extent.
Right.
Like, there's a couple musicians that I will go to every concert, but for the most part, Like my playlists now, if so those songs came on, I wouldn't be able to tell you who sings them
Yeah, right.
for the most part,
Yeah.
because most of them are just like individual songs that I like.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway,
Oh, cool.
moving on.
Yeah.
You got the next one.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No.
I didn't put that there.
I wrote
Oh,
it
I
for
did
you.
put that there. Jokes. I thought that meant like I was thinking movies.
Oh, no.
I thought you were going to talk about movies. It just says
I mean, we
film.
can talk about movies.
I don't really want to talk
How
about
good Star Wars? Film.
Hello, welcome to the first show. I'm just fucking gonna jump on my cruise. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about Star Wars for an hour and hope that you're interested.
Let's do it. So, Darth Vader, hey?
In case you hey Joe.
Oh, yeah?
Did you know that the way that they got the lightsaber sound effects was
Yeah.
they turned on a speaker and they
Yeah.
played and then they put a mic and
Yeah.
they like put the mic past the speaker and
Whoa.
anyway that's the end of the episode.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, actually.
Anyway, never listen to episode 1 of the Fro Show. You can watch episode 1 of Star
are you
Wars.
doing?
I'm getting my binder.
Oh, okay.
Let me live my life. I'm just gonna walk away and you're gonna run
I
the show.
honestly thought you were just walking away.
How funny would that be if I just left and was like, "Good luck, bye."
No, thank you.
No, I wanted to talk about my film binder because I'm really proud of it and I just want to share it on the show. So
I
I
really
got
like it.
a binder to store on my film
Mm-hmm.
because it's about time. I don't have a 120 binder yet. I only have a 35 mil binder,
Yep.
but it's very pretty and I'm very proud of it.
No.
It has all my negatives. Those are all my negatives. It only feels 2 pages at the moment.
Yeah, I've got just a loose leaf one at the moment, but I need to.
Yeah, I just had them. Film people are gonna hate me for this. I had all of my negatives in this, just like hanging out at the bottom, just like scratching against each other the whole time. So I was like, oh, it's about time. But I can't find any. Well, I can. I can't find any that only sell 25 of the 120s because I only want 25. I don't want 100
Yeah.
because I can get 25 for $25 or I can get 100 for 80.
Yeah.
I don't want 100.
No.
And this is 25 and this is like heaps.
Yeah.
And I did the maths and it holds like 56 rolls or something like that.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so I should be good for a while. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm shooting what? Like 2 rolls a week.
Yeah.
If I'm shooting 2 rolls, actually that's only half a year. Anyway,
Hold on.
never mind. I did my maths wrong.
still
I might need to buy some more.
Still 6 months. That's a
6
long
months
time.
isn't a long time, yeah. Oh, actually, that's literally all I had to say about my film storage.
Oh, okay.
Was this? But I found film and I tagged.
Oh, yeah.
Joe in it on Twitter. I'm just gonna play with my binder while it's here.
Okay.
I tagged Joe in it on Twitter, and it's lomochrome purple film.
Right.
And it just develops the same as the normal film, so C41 process. And it's like this super sick purple colored film.
Yeah.
And I am obsessed with it. Like I need it in my life. Like basically it turns
like greens purple.
it turns greens purple. Yeah, anything like I think everything on like the left side of the color spectrum.
Right.
So you keep all your like reds, oranges, yellows, blue. Well, blues turn gray,
Yeah.
and then like everything below that. So your greens and other stuff turn purple.
Nice.
Thank you. I clearly know color theory.
Yeah.
Dude, I got. Actually, I'm gonna finish this and then I'm gonna talk about that.
Okay.
But yeah, and so we bought. Well, I haven't bought it yet, but I'm going to get 1 roll of 120, which is 24 exposures, and then 2 rolls of 35 mil so that we can play with it as well.
Yes.
Speaking of color theory, dude, I suck at color theory.
What is color theory?
So color theory is the general theory of complementary and not complementary colors. I don't remember the word for not complementary colors.
Right.
See, I'm really bad at color theory.
Yeah.
And it's basically like the whole thing of, if you have... I literally... this is so bad. Let me get a color wheel. Hold on. This is literally what I have to do every time. If I ever have to think about color theory, I have to look up a color wheel. So basically, the way that it works is... Stop, don't shake your head at me.
I'm not.
The way that color stuff works is that the colors on the opposite side of the color wheel are its complementary colors. So yellow to purple, red to greens, oranges to blues. Those are all the complementary colors. So those are all the colors that will look nicely together.
Right.
Which is why, like, when we wear yellow shirts, it looks really good on camera with our blue background. Because yellow is a complementary color to purple, which is right next to blue.
Gotcha.
So it's all that sort of stuff. And then there's also, I don't remember the word for it, but there's the colors directly, like 45 degrees, I think it is, from that color are I'm going to call them antagonistic colors, but I know that that's not the right thing. So like, so it's like, it's hard to explain. I don't like it that much. And
that just reminds me of like the key signatures, the key signature clock.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
I could
No,
talk
it
about
is
that for
it
like
is
half
that
an
kind
hour.
of vibe though. And it's like all of the like super hardcore tutors and teachers and stuff are like, you need to know color theory. And I'm like, I can just Google it.
Yeah. YouTube is a thing.
Exactly. Like that's why the orange and teal look in photos and stuff is so popular.
Right.
Because it's such an easy color combination to do, because you just shift your like general colors to orange and then you leave your sky and you switch your blues to teals.
Right.
So it's like, it's a very easy way to get a nice photo. But then, you know, you should probably experiment with other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so complementary colors suck and I'm really bad at them. No, they don't suck. They're good, but I'm really bad at remembering them.
Yeah.
I had a kid, actually, I had a kid come up to me the other day and ask me what the she was asking what colors make what, because she was like, you do art stuff and colors and photos and stuff, you know what that is. She was like, if I put red and yellow together, what does it make? And I was like, orange. I think, is it orange? I think it's orange.
Red and yellow. Yeah, I think so.
Red and yellow's orange, right? Yeah.
I
And she
mean-
was like, what about blue and red? And I was like, purple? Like,
She's like, are you asking me or telling me?
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I just don't know color theory, and I have to Google it every time. So if I have a photo with like lots of greens, I'm like, color wheel. What color do I use?
Color wheel.
But that's why I like neutral colors and stuff
Yeah.
are always good, because, you know, don't have to think about color wheels.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do we want to move on to your Foley fact?
Sure, I gotta get my laptop. So
All right, go
play
get it. I'll play it and go. My name is Joe, and I'm here to say I love Foley in a major way. Yeah. I'm gonna play it again.
Okay, where's your USB-C?
Pull it out the back of my computer.
My name is Joe, and I'm here to say I love Foley in a major way. Yeah.
It's the braided silver one. I'm just gonna keep.
My name is Joe,
Yep.
and I'm here to say I love Foley in a major way. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a very visual episode. Sorry, our bad. I mean, to be fair, we're like 50 minutes in, so they probably left by now. Alright.
Okay,
Why did you need to go get your laptop,
so
Joseph?
this Foley fact is a little
Give me the other end. I'll plug it in.
complicated. Well, not complicated, but it's like buried into a Pro Tools session. So I'm just pulling up my laptop because it is much easier than trying to find all the stems and then export it and all that. So, you know, if this works, then I'm going to do this more often. So,
She's plugged.
good old Pro Tools and playback engines.
Love a good playback engine. It shouldn't really matter.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
Or audio people understand.
I don't. Actually, I have the same thing with Resolve.
Yeah.
With playback engines and stuff. It just doesn't work. Oh. Yeah. We have
Cool.
sound.
So, this is a trailer, but this is a trailer I did a while ago. I spoke about it a while ago, but it was for
Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place 2.
Yes.
Um,
Which is still not out.
um,
Grr. Grumpy.
speaking of gurs, I had to create a monster growl. Segways. Yeah.
Speaking of gurs,
And let me try and find how I did that real quick. Because
Doing great.
you gotta layer a few different things.
yes, you're doing very well.
I mean, you can look at this. This is
Yeah,
just a mess.
I'm a bit afraid of that timeline, if I'm honest with you. It's lots of tracks. How many tracks have you got, Joe? Is there a counter?
There is several times that I maxed out on this, and I can get 128.
Wow.
So it'd be close. It'd be 120.
Right.
All right.
Cool.
What have we got in here?
That is too many.
Nah. Did you hear that?
I did. I'll turn it up here so I can actually hear it.
No, that won't affect it, I don't think.
Yeah, well.
Hold up.
That was sick.
So that's no way. That's just clicking.
Oh, sorry. I
That's
was
a chair.
doing the wrong one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you were right. Sorry.
That's just a chair squeaking.
Okay. And that was like a clicking sound.
That was a clicking sound of the monster.
Yeah.
I also got this.
General ambiance.
Which I guess is more of just a riser.
Yeah. Did you make that?
That is actually what I recorded. That. What do you reckon that is? I'll play it again for you.
Is it just you waving the mic?
Mm-mm.
Sounds like a plane.
Close.
Car?
No. It's a train.
Bus. Oh, train.
It's a big. I was sitting at a railway crossing, and there was this big like coal train going past, and I was sitting there for 2 minutes, and I was like, I should record this, and like pulled out my phone and hit record, and I got some of it.
Nice.
So there's that. There's creaking. Then there's just me growling into a microphone somewhere. Yeah,
You could put that on OnlyFans.
I could.
Rawr, I'm Joseph.
And I think I like time stretched that a bit, so it sounded more not like a human. And then that.
Is that just you banging like a...
No, that's a sample from a song.
Right.
And then I'm just gonna play all of it. There's probably other sounds in here, but
Sick.
so yeah.
Love it.
That's
Love
that.
a good dinosaur. Love a good monster sound
Monster
effect.
sound. So that's as he's crawling down the wall. But yeah.
It's like... All right, well, let's finish it there.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's do it.
Thanks for listening to or watching this episode of The Fro Show. Check us out on social media at The Fro Show on everything. And check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/The Fro Show. Check out last week's episode where I yell a lot and do a stand-up routine.
Yes, that was funny.
Also, check out the Soundcheck Shenanigans. Cool. Anything else, Joe?
See you next week.
All right, cool. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.